En la clase de hoy vamos a aprender inglés de una manera sencilla y divertida. Vamos a escuchar y leer 4 historias diferentes en inglés. La idea es que te vayas familiarizando con el idioma, escuchando y leyendo todo en inglés. Todas las palabras que no entiendas, escríbelas en tu cuaderno para posteriormente traducirlas. Verás que si eres constante con este método, verás grandes resultados. Sin nada más que decir, comencemos.
In the bustling neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York, there was a small barber shop called Urban Style. The barber shop was known not only for its impeccable haircuts, but also for its owner, a man named Antonio. Antonio was a talented barber with a passion for his craft that was reflected in every cut he made. Antonio had come to New York from Italy when he was young, with the dream of opening his own barber shop. After years of hard work and dedication, he finally managed to establish Urban Style. The barbershop quickly became a gathering place for the community, where people not only came to get their haircut, but also to share stories and laughter. Every morning, Antonio opened the doors of his barbershop with a smile on his face. He greeted his clients by name and always had a kind word for everyone. His skill in cutting hair was unmatched, and his clients trusted him to transform their appearances. But what really made Antonio special was his ability to listen. Many of his clients came to him not just for a haircut, but also for his advice and support. One day, a young man named Marco walked into the barber shop. Marco was an aspiring musician who had come to New York with big dreams, but was struggling to find his way. Antonio, seeing the sadness in Marco's eyes, decided to talk to him. While cutting his hair, Antonio asked him about his life and dreams. Marco told him about his passion for music and his difficulties in finding opportunities. Antonio, with his wisdom and experience, gave Marco some valuable advice. Never give up, Marco. New York is a tough city, but it's also a place where dreams can come true. Keep working hard and believe in yourself, he said. Marco, inspired by Antonio's words, left the barbershop with a new determination. Over time, Marco began to gain recognition for his music. He returned to Antonio's barbershop regularly, not just for a haircut, but also to share his successes and challenges. Antonio became a mentor to Marco, guiding him on his path to success. The Urban Style barbershop remained a special place in the community. Antonio helped many people over the years, offering not only his skill as a barber, but also his friendship and support. His barbershop was a refuge where people could feel heard and valued. One day, Antonio received a letter from Marco. In the letter, Marco thanked him for all his support and told him that he had secured a record deal. "I couldn't have done it without you, Antonio. Thank you for believing in me when I couldn't," Marco wrote. Antonio, with tears in his eyes, kept the letter as a treasure. The story of Antonio and his barber shop became a legend in Brooklyn. People spoke of the barber who not only cut hair, but also touched lives. Antonio continued working in his barber shop, always with a smile and a kind word for everyone. His legacy of kindness and dedication endured, inspiring many to follow their dreams and never give up. In a small town called Green Valley, there lived a dog named Max. Max was a German Shepherd with a shiny coat and intelligent eyes. Since he was a puppy, he had been the faithful companion of a man named Don Manuel, a farmer who lived on the outskirts of town. The relationship between Max and Don Manuel was more than that of a simple owner and his pet. They were inseparable friends. Every morning, Max accompanied Don Manuel to the fields, where they worked together tending to the livestock and crops. Max had a special talent for herding sheep and protecting them from predators. His loyalty and bravery were known by everyone in the town, and many said that Max had a sixth sense for detecting danger. One day, while Don Manuel and Max were in the field, a sudden storm broke out. Thunder rumbled and lightning lit up the dark sky. Don Manuel decided it was best to return home, but on the way, a lightning bolt struck near them, scaring the sheep, which began to scatter. Without a second thought, Max ran after them, guiding them back to the pen despite the danger. That night, the storm worsened, and torrential rains caused a flood in the valley. Don Manuel and Max took refuge in the house, but soon realized that the water was rising rapidly. Don Manuel, worried about his animals, decided to go out to take them to a safe place. Max, as faithful as ever, followed him without hesitation. Together, they fought against the current and managed to bring the sheep and other animals to higher ground. However, in the midst of the chaos, Don Manuel slipped and was swept away by the current. Max, seeing his friend in danger, jumped into the water without hesitation. Swimming with all his might, he managed to reach Don Manuel and with great effort dragged him to the shore. Don Manuel, exhausted but safe, hugged Max with tears in his eyes. "You are a hero, Max. I don't know what I would do without you," he said gratefully. Max, his tail wagging back and forth, licked Don Manuel's face, happy to have fulfilled his duty. The news of Max's heroism quickly spread through the town. The neighbors, impressed by the dog's bravery, organized a celebration in his honor. Max was awarded a medal and received many gifts and treats. But for Max, the greatest reward was Don Manuel's smile and the certainty that he had protected his friend. Over time, life in Green Valley returned to normal. Max continued to accompany Don Manuel in his daily tasks, always alert and ready to help. His story became a local legend, and many children grew up hearing about the feats of the faithful dog who saved his owner during the Great Flood. Max lived a long and happy life, always by Don Manuel's side. His loyalty and bravery left an indelible mark on the hearts of all who knew him. And so, the story of Max, the faithful dog, was passed down from generation to generation, reminding everyone of the importance of friendship and loyalty. New York, the city that never sleeps, is also the city that never stops eating. With its vibrant mix of cultures and relentless energy, New York is a paradise for food lovers. From street food stalls to Michelin-starred restaurants, the city offers an unparalleled culinary experience. The history of gastronomy in New York is as diverse as its inhabitants. In the early 20th century, the city became home to millions of immigrants who brought their culinary traditions with them. Italians, for example, introduced pizza, which quickly became a staple of the city. Today, New York pizza is famous worldwide, with its thin, crispy crust and generous layer of cheese. In the Lower East Side, Jewish immigrants opened delicatessens offering bagels, pastrami, and other delicacies. Katz's Delicatessen, founded in 1888, is one of the city's most iconic establishments, known for its enormous pastrami sandwiches. Bagels, with their crispy exterior and soft interior, have become a symbol of New York cuisine. Chinatown is another example of New York's culinary richness. Here, Chinese immigrants established restaurants offering dim sum, noodles, and a variety of traditional dishes. Today, Chinatown is a popular destination for both locals and tourists seeking authentic Chinese food. In recent years, New York's food scene has evolved even further. Chefs from around the world come to the city to open innovative restaurants and experiment with new flavors. Fusion cuisine, which combines elements from different culinary traditions, has gained popularity. Restaurants like Momofuku, founded by David Chang, offer dishes that creatively blend Asian and American influences. In addition to restaurants, food markets also play a significant role in New York's gastronomy. Chelsea Market, located in a former National Biscuit Company building, is a place where visitors can enjoy a variety of foods, from fresh seafood to artisanal pastries. Smorgasburg, an outdoor market in Brooklyn, is another popular destination where vendors offer a wide range of foods from around the world. Street food is an essential part of the New York culinary experience. Hot dog and pretzel carts are ubiquitous, and food trucks offer everything from tacos to gourmet ice cream. The Halal Guys, who started as a food cart in Midtown, now have a chain of restaurants serving their famous gyro and chicken over rice. The diversity of New York's gastronomy reflects the diversity of its population. Each neighborhood has its own culinary identity, and together they create a mosaic of flavors that is unique in the world. From classics like pizza and bagels to modern innovations, food in New York is a celebration of culture and creativity. In a small coastal town called Seabreezes lived a young woman named Elena. Elena was known for her beauty and free spirit. She spent her days working in her family's small bookstore and her nights dreaming of adventures beyond the horizon. One day, while walking along the beach, she met a young man named Marco who had come to the town seeking inspiration for his next novel. Marco was a renowned writer, but had lost the creative spark that defined him. He decided that a change of scenery might help him regain his inspiration, and that's how he arrived in Seabreezes. From the moment he saw Elena, he knew he had found something special. Their eyes met, and without saying a word, they both felt a deep connection. Elena and Marco began spending time together, exploring the town and sharing stories. Marco told her about his travels and the people he had met, while Elena spoke of her dreams and desires. Gradually, their friendship blossomed into something more. Love flourished between them like flowers in spring. One night, as they walked along the beach under the moonlight, Marco took Elena's hand and confessed his feelings. "Elena, since I met you, my life has changed. You have brought light to my darkness and awakened my creativity. I love you," he said sincerely. Elena, with tears of happiness in her eyes, replied, "I love you too, Marco. You are my dream come true." They decided they couldn't live without each other and began planning their future together. Marco found the inspiration he was looking for in Elena's love and started writing a novel based on their story. Every day they sat together on the beach, Marco writing and Elena reading aloud what he had written. Their love became the muse Marco needed to create his masterpiece. However, not everything was easy for the couple. Elena's family did not approve of their relationship, fearing that Marco, being an outsider, might break her heart. But Elena and Marco were determined to fight for their love. Over time, Elena's family saw the sincerity and true love they shared and finally gave them their blessing. Elena and Marco married in a simple ceremony on the beach, surrounded by friends and family. Marco's novel became a success, and he dedicated the book to Elena, his muse and eternal love. Together, they traveled the world, living adventures and creating unforgettable memories. Elena and Marco proved that true love can overcome any obstacle, and that sometimes all it takes is a change of scenery to find inspiration and happiness. Their story became a legend in sea breezes, inspiring generations to follow their hearts and believe in the power of love.
Espero de todo corazón que esta clase te haya gustado. Si es así, regálame un like y suscríbete al canal, que en verdad me ayudarías bastante. Y para todos los estudiantes que se quedaron hasta el final, les tengo un regalo. Debajo de este video encontrarán una clase de inglés desde cero totalmente gratuita. El link para esta clase estará en la descripción del video o en el comentario fijado. También te recomiendo que veas este otro video donde aprenderás inglés con una historia muy interesante, súper divertida. Entonces te espero ahí, no te lo puedes perder.